To the Joe Osborne Show. I'm your host, Joey Osborne, here with another YouTube exclusive video. And here today, we are going to be doing our fifth and final NFL mock draft. We are finally here. Technically, as the time of recording this, 22 minutes away from draft day officially. So it officially begins. But yeah, we're pretty much now nearly less than a day away here from the draft. By this point tomorrow, we'll already know who all has been picked and what all happened. But right now, everything in the draft-wise has gotten very interesting, and we're going to get into everything right now here because a lot has changed, a lot of new reports. Allegedly, some teams we already know what it seems like they're going to be going at, other ones we don't. But yeah, let's get into it. And of course, this pick here, we already do know. I think everyone's filled up at this point. But with the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers will select Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama. He is going first overall, and there's going to be a lot of excitement, I think, for a lot of Bama fans here. They are very I think, of course, they're getting a first overall pick quarterback finally, and if you're a Carolina fan, of course, this is the guy you've been hoping for, finally a quarterback and someone to be your face of the franchise. And the hope there is that Bryce Young can be that for them. But with the second overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the Houston Texans are going to select Tyree Wilson, the edge rusher out of Texas Tech. They're going defense here. They don't like Stroud for some reason, and they don't like the other two as quarterback prospects as well. I think they really need quarterback, but what it sounds like from what I've heard from multiple sources is they are going to be going defense here, and allegedly they like Tyree Wilson more than Will Anderson Jr., and that will be the pick they'll most likely. But with the third overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the Arizona Cardinals will select Paris Johnson Jr., the offensive tackle out of Ohio State. Allegedly, they are looking right now to upgrade the O-line due to Kyler Murray getting pretty much injured multiple times. Because of the O-line, they want to fix that, and they allegedly are going to be doing that with this pick here. But at the fourth overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts will select Will Levis, quarterback, Kentucky. Allegedly, the Indianapolis Colts are very impressed with Levis. They think he is one of the best quarterbacks in this draft, if not the best. They feel like he is the best fit for Indianapolis, and if he is there at 4, it seems like that will be the pick, not Stroud, which is a pretty big shocker. However, they really like Levis' stuff. Honestly, I will agree with them. I don't think he's an immediate starter. I think he's probably wait a year, but he has definite potential and talent to be a very good quarterback in the NFL. He has the arm strength. He has the definite accuracy. It's just I think more of a case of just he needs to develop a little bit, but I think it's a little high to take him 4, but if you think he's the guy, I say you take him in 4 here. So with the fifth overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the Seattle Seahawks will select Jalen Carter, defensive tackle out of Georgia, and Seattle's going to get a little generational talent at defensive tackle, and thanks to teams being quarterback hungry, or I guess offensive line hungry, he is going to fall to Seattle. A lot of character concerns. However, I do feel right here that is the perfect pick here for Seattle, and that's going to really help out their young defensive core here. But, of course, for the sixth overall pick, we have a trade to announce here. Detroit is going to trade this 6th round pick here. So where's Detroit? And they're going to be trading it here to the Chicago Bears. The Bears are going to trade up from 9 to 6. And they're going to flip picks here. So this is going to be the trade here and a third and a second. So Detroit will trade the 6th overall pick to Chicago for the 9th. And Chicago will give up also a second at 64 and a third at 103 to the Lions to acquire this pick. And with the 6th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears will select Will Anderson Jr., the edge rusher out of Alabama. They're looking for a face of the defense. They tried up with Detroit here to get one. And I think right here, that's the perfect move for them. Because they need a great young pass rusher to really help get this defense to the next level. Will Anderson Jr., generational talent, will do that for you. But with the 7th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders will select Anthony Richardson, quarterback out of Florida. They're looking for a quarterback. They have Jimmy Garoppolo. He will probably be the starter this year, and Richardson will take the year to learn under him and develop. I think this is the perfect spot for Anthony Richardson to go, honestly, because he's the guy who really needs just a year to truly develop until he can become something. Because he has the attributes, but he needs to be developed, and probably for a whole year. With Las Vegas, they can do that, and I think they're going to take the risk here of Anthony Richardson. But with the 8th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons will select Bijan Robinson, the running back out of Texas. This is going to be a shocker move, but allegedly they really like Bijan, and it seems like they're looking to continue to upgrade their offense, and they do that here with this pick. But with the 9th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions will select Christian Gonzalez, the cornerback out of Oregon. Detroit needs secondary help and needs to improve it, especially after now training Okudah. They do this pick here, and they get a very good cornerback in this draft. And I think the second best cornerback probably we've seen in a while, prospect-wise, next to Sauce Gardner. I think that's what Gonzalez is. He is going to be a very good stud for them, I think, in this draft. But with the 10th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles will select Lucas Van Ness, the edge rusher out of Iowa. With their selection here, they need some youth at the edge rushing position. They does it here with what I think is the third best edge rush from the draft. And this draft's loaded with some, especially in the top here. So I think this is the perfect selection for them right there at this pick. And with the 11th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans will select C.J. Stroud, quarterback, Ohio State. So Tennessee finally finds their quarterback. Stroud falls completely right into their laps, and they take him right here, and they get themselves the best quarterback in the draft. So this is a great move here for Houston and Tennessee, and they'll have a lot here to possibly build off of with that pick. But the 12th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans will select Peter Skoronski, the offensive tackle out of Northwestern. I think with this pick here, they think about Smith-Njigba. However, I think they address a more pressing need on the offensive line. On the right side tackle, left side's shut down of Laremy Tunsil, like it's locked good. But the right side's pretty much a turnstile. You fix that right here, and when you come up to next year here, when you're getting close to the quarterback, and you get one next year, he is there to perfectly defend your guy. But with the 13th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers will select Jackson Smith-Njigba, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. And they allegedly are really like Smith-Njigba. I don't think you can blame him. But I feel like if you really wanted him, you should have just kept down Wadsworth and trade Love. I think that probably would have worked better for you. But you get a very elite weapon, and this is probably one of the best wide receivers Green Bay has seen since Jordy Nelson when it comes to wide receivers. So this is going to be a perfect pick for them at this spot. But with the 14th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots will select Broderick Jones, the offensive tackle out of Georgia. They need help on the O-line. They address it here with a very good offensive lineman with their selection. And with the 15th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets will select Darnell Wright, the offensive tackle out of Tennessee. They're clearly going online here to protect Wadsworth, and they do it here with Darnell Wright, who has a lot of great potential. However, I feel, is kind of raw in my mind. I don't think he's the best tackle you can get there. I think, honestly, Dwayne Jones is probably a better one, just talent-wise, than this guy. But we'll see what he can do. But that is, I think, the best option right here, I guess, technically. Just not the most talented one, if you know what I mean. But with the 16th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the Washington Commanders will select Devin Witherspoon, the cornerback out of Illinois. They're looking at the cornerback position. I know they're also looking at quarterback here of Hendon Hooker. However, I have them taking Devin Witherspoon, who has fallen down pretty good and right into the Washington Commanders' lap, and they're going to get a spectacular cornerback with this guy here. But with the 17th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers will select Joey Porter Jr., the cornerback out of Penn State. He basically, thanks to a lot of teams being offensive tackle, hungry in the middle rounds. He does fall to the Steelers here, and they will select him. I know Pittsburgh was probably hoping for an offensive tackle to fall. However, in my mock draft, I just don't think one's going to fall to them at 17. I think they'll need to trade up, but honestly, you stay at 17 here, because I think Jerry Porter Jr. will be there. You go right there and you select him with that selection. But with the 18th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions would select Myles Murphy, the edge rusher out of Clemson. You get Aiden Hudson, a guy to be on the opposite end of him and pass rush as well. This guy is very talented. I think he is probably the fourth best edge rusher. And once again, I said they're pretty top heavy here, but the ones that are top heavy are very, very good. And this guy is going to be an exceptional pass rusher, I think, in the league. And he will be a perfect fit, I think, for Detroit's defense. But with the 19th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, we have a trade to announce. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be trading down their pick with the New Orleans Saints. So they will flip the picks here, and New Orleans will give up a third. And with the 19th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints will select Hendon Hooker, quarterback, Tennessee. So they here are going to trade up, and they're going to get themselves their next great quarterback in Hendon Hooker. We'll see how he turns out, but I think Hendon Hooker here is the second or the third best in this draft by far, and he has a lot of great talent, and I think this guy can really turn into something. I know the age at 25 is a concern. However, I think he's a very good quarterback, and I think he has potential to be a dangerous one in the NFL. But with the 20th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks will select Nolan Smith, the edge rusher out of Georgia. Yeah, no great pass rusher to help you out. Audio of Jalen Carter, and pretty much now their defense by this point in the draft will be just as deadly, if not more deadly, than the 49ers. So there's going to be a lot of great defensive battles, I feel like, this year in the NFC West. And this draft's really going to help Seattle get to that point. But with the 21st overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers will select Brian Branch, safety, Alabama. They had Nasir Adderley retire early in this offseason. They have a hole at safety. Someone at safety to help out. Doing James back there. Brian Branch is a perfect fit there for them. And I think that's where they should go with that selection. But with the 22nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens will select Quentin Johnston, the wide receiver out of TCU. They need wide receiver help. This guy's be a perfect fit for the Ravens. We'll see if Lamar's back or not. But if he is, this is going to be a very interesting offense to watch, and it'll be tough for defenses to defend with this selection. But for the 23rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Zay Flowers, the wide receiver out of Boston College. And a lot of people think Addison Hill, but I think Zay Flowers is a better fit for Minnesota. He's got a lot of great speed, just like Justin Jefferson. And I think overall he is probably one of the best wide receivers in this draft. When you look at it from Minnesota's standpoint, just by scheme fit, I think he fits very well. And I think that's their selection right there. But with the 24th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Osiris Torrance, interior offensive lineman, Florida. They need O-line help to protect Trevor Lawrence. You get it right there with that pick, and a very good alignment in that, I will say. But with the 25th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Giants will select Jalen Hyatt, wide receiver, Tennessee. They need wide receiver help. They really like Jalen Hyatt, and I think right there he is the pick for them at that spot, and I think a very good pick for them as well. But the 26th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys will select Michael Mayer, tight end out of Notre Dame. They need a great tight end. This guy is a perfect fit from there. He can block well. He can catch well. He can do anything you want a tight end to do. He can do it. Perfect fit, I think, there for Dallas, who's looking for more offensive weapons this season after a lackluster season on offense last year. But with the 27th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Jordan Addison, wide receiver, USC. Jordan Addison, a spectacular wide receiver, falls right into Buffalo's lap, and this offense is going to get even more explosive now with Gabe Davis, Addison, and Stephon Diggs, and hopefully this is what can get them past the hump and get them to the Super Bowl after last year's massive disappointment against the team that's picking next year, the Cincinnati Bengals. And with the 28th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Emmanuel Forbes, cornerback, Mississippi State. They have some holes at cornerback, and in the secondary they need filled. Since, of course, Brance is not there at the same position, they go to the next best spot at cornerback, and they're going to go with Emmanuel Forbes, a guy who I think is going to be a very good cornerback in this league. So that's their selection. Both the 29th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Anton Harrison, offensive tackle, Oklahoma. They put some more youth in that offensive line, and I think right here that's the perfect selection for them to make in that spot. They need youth there on the offensive line. They had a lot of injuries. Anton Harrison is going to be, I think, a great fit for them at that offensive tackle position. But with the 35th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jameel Gibbs, running back, Alabama. They've had a big hole since Miles Sanders left. They want a back room. I know there's 5 of them in there, but they're not that. I don't think any of them are very good, and they need to get back to the Super Bowl, and none of those guys will do that for them. Jameel Gibbs will, and that's who they pick here at 30. With the 31st overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Will McDonald IV, edge rusher out of Iowa State. They need some youth at the edge rushing position after Frank Clark left. I think right here, of course, this is exactly what they need, and this gets them some youth in that position as well. But the 32nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Kalijah Kancey, defensive lineman out of Pittsburgh. Defensive tackle has been a massive hole for them for a lot of years now. I think Kancey can really fit the bill there for Pittsburgh. I think he seems like he's kind of fallen there, and I think that he is a better option than Brian Brees. I could also see Brees going here as well, but I think Kancey has a lot of great speed, a lot of great attributes, and he does. I don't think he'll live up to this man, but he does have a lot of reminders of Aaron Donald. I don't think he'll turn into Aaron Donald, but I think he'll turn into a very good defensive tackle. I see a lot of Stephon Tuitt in him, and that's been the big hole they've been missing. I think Kancey can fill that Tuitt hole that we've been missing, and I think he can really help the Steelers defense and turn them around. I think Brian Brees as well, of course, can also do this as well. But I think Kancey is the better selection at this point here, because this guy is kind of an athletic freak too, which is always fun to see. But the 33rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select B.J. Aloje. Where is he? There he is. Oh, that's round 3. Never mind. Now they select Deontay Banks, cornerback, Maryland. Something about that fell off. Right when I said it, something fell off. Yeah. Alright, well, the second overall pick, the 34th overall pick, the 2023 NFL Draft here, Arizona Cardinals select Brian Brees. You get some defensive line help after T.J. Watt retired. Perfect fit right here on Brian Brees with that selection. But the 35th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Cam Smith, cornerback, South Carolina. They need help at the cornerback position. He fills that right there for them with this selection. And with the 36th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Kelee Ringo, cornerback, Georgia. They have a big hole cornerback now that Jalen Ramsey has been traded. They fill that with Kelee Ringo here, who has a lot of great potential if, of course, developed correctly. So we'll see how that ends up. But I think this could be a spectacular selection for the Rams. But with the 37th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select John Michael Schmitz, the interior offensive lineman out of Minnesota. They want to get some more youth in our line to protect Geno Smith. You do it right there with a perfect selection, and I think this is going to work very well for them by this point. But with the 38th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Darnell Washington, the tight end out of Georgia. After Darren Waller had left the organization, been traded out, They need a good tight end. Darnell Washington, I think, fits the bill exactly for the Raiders. He's very similar to Darren Waller, and I think he can be a spectacular fit for them in that offense. But with here on the 39th overall pick in the 2023 overall draft, the Carolina Panthers select Dalton Kincaid, tight end out of Utah. They need some help at the tight end level and just getting weapons for a new quarterback here in Bryce Young. You get that right there with the best tight end still on the board there, and I think Kincaid could be a very good tight end at the NFL level here. But with the 40th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Mazie Smith, defensive tackle of Michigan. They need help on the D-line here. This, of course, should help resolve it and help them out, I think, in the future here. But with the 44th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Dwayne Jones, offensive tackle, Ohio State. They need help here at left tackle after Luan was cut. This guy, Dwayne Jones, hopefully should fill the bill. There are some definite character concerns going into the draft here, but I think right here the second round is a perfect spot for him to land. And I think this is, in general, for the Titans, the perfect one they could get at this spot. He's very similar to Tyler Luan, and I think he's definitely fit the bill very well for Tennessee. But with the 42nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Keon White, edge rusher out of Georgia Tech. They need help with at the edge position in youth. Keon White should be able to do that for the Packers. With the 43rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Steve Avila, interior offensive lineman, TCU. They're, of course, going to go online again here to protect Aaron Rodgers, who is now officially there in New York. And I think this is a perfect selection. I think this is honestly a better one than Darnell Wright, which they made in the first. And I think this is definitely beef up that offensive line to be a very good unit this year. But with the 44th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Felix Onduke Uzama, the edge rusher out of Kansas State. They need youth at the edge rushing position. They filled right there with that selection. And I think that's going to be a perfect fit for Atlanta at that spot. But with the 45th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers are going to make a trade here with the Detroit Lions. So Detroit is active again, the trade market in this mock draft here. And they're going to be trading the 48th overall pick. Let's see here. Yeah. So they're going to trade the 48th overall pick here for the 45th. And I think there was a 5th as well included that the Packers get. And with this pick here, the Detroit Lions will select... Where was he? There he is. Trenton Simpson, the linebacker out of Clemson. They once again want to build off that defense. They do that with this selection right here. And with the 46th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the New England Patriots will select DJ Turner, cornerback out of Michigan. They've had a lot of trouble with the cornerback position health-wise last season and depth-wise. They addressed right here with DJ Turner, who I think can turn out to be a very good cornerback for them right here at that spot. But with the 47th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders will select Luke Musgrave, the tight end out of Oregon State. Tight end's been a position they've been needing for a while. They addressed right there with that selection. With the 40th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Keanu Benton, the defensive lineman out of Wisconsin. Once again, D-line is an area they need to look at. And they go for local homegrown talent in Wisconsin and Keanu Benton with their selection. And with the 49th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Jack Campbell, linebacker, Iowa. So Steelers here, they address their linebacker situation here. And they get a guy who I think is the best linebacker on the draft here in Jack Campbell. Simpson's also very good here too. I think he could be either one of these guys. But I think Jack Campbell is the better one here. And he is exactly the kind of guy the Steelers like. And exactly what the Steelers need at that middle linebacker position. But with the 50th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Atomiya Abiodun Edgewater Northwestern, and I know I butchered the name. I apologize. It's a tough one. But that's the selection. I think he'll be a great fit for Tampa Bay. They need some edge rushing help. This guy hopefully will be able to fit the bill there. But with the 54th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Jack Charbonnet, the running back out of UCLA. They need running back help. This guy, hopefully, I think he's got a lot of good potential, and I think he can address that need very well for them with that pick here. But with the 52nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks will select Julius Brents, the cornerback out of Kansas State. Once again, get some more youth in that cornerback position, and Seattle is getting a haul here when it comes to defense here in this draft. And with the 53rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears will select Drew Sanders, the linebacker out of Arkansas. So they, once again, of course, you'll get to pair Will Anderson Jr. with the guy who beat him out in sacks when it comes to the SEC, and Drew Sanders. Both of these guys, I think, are exceptional talents. I think Drew Sanders is really going to turn into something. He's very underrated, and I don't know why, but I think this guy could really turn into a beast when it comes to pass rushing-wise. And I think with these two picks, Chicago will have a pass rushing duo that will not to be trifled with for a long time, I think. And that's exactly what, if you're a Bears fan, what you want to hear. But the 54th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Tuli Tuipulotu, the defensive tackle out of USC. I don't know why that wasn't showing, but that's the pick. With the 55th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Josh Downs, wide receiver of North Carolina. They kind of need to draft a wide receiver here due to Jameson Williams getting suspended for gambling for 6 games. So they need the guy, but Josh Downs is a great offensive talent, and I think he will turn out to be a very good player in this draft, and I think he's going to turn out to be very well for the Lions with this selection. With the 56th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars will select Antonio Johnson, safety out of Texas A&M. They need help in the safety position, just on defense in general. They need a lot of help. This guy, I think, is the second best safety in this draft, and he will fit this hole perfectly for them. So I think this is a perfect selection for Jacksonville at this point. But with the 57th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Giants will select Clark Phillips III, cornerback, Utah. They need help here at cornerback position. They need some more guys there. This guy has got a lot of great potential, and I think he'll fit in quite nicely for New York. But with the 58th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys will select Siaka Ika, defensive lineman, Baylor. I think they need interior D-line help. Ika should help there immensely and pretty immediately as well. I think this is a perfect fit right there for Dallas and Ika. But with the 59th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills will select Joe Tippmann, interior lineman, Wisconsin. They need some youth on the line. That helps right there of their selection. And with the 60th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Sam Laporta, tight end, Iowa. They have holes at tight end. That fills right there. Normally they'd go safety, but the safety option they want is gone once again at that point, which is a big bummer for Bengals fans. But Sam Laporta, I think, will turn into be a very good tight end, so you can be excited about that at least. Well, the 64th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears will select Matthew Bergeron, offensive tackle of Syracuse. They need help on the O-line, specifically at the tackle position. They address that right there with this selection. And with the 62nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Cody Martz, interior offensive lineman, North Dakota State. They need help in the interior line after losing Salmonu to the Steelers in free agency. They need the help there at guard. This guy should be able to fit the bill, and he's a tremendous talent. It's a shame he's probably not going to get a first round, but he has a first round talent, and I think the Eagles are going to get a complete steal here with this selection. With the 63rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs will select Cedric Tillman, wide receiver of Tennessee. They need some wide receiving help, and they want to build up to be a nice young core for Patrick Mahomes. Tillman fits the bill perfectly there, and I think that's their perfect selection. But with the 64th overall pick in the 2023 NFL draft. What? Okay. Alright, so I think this is. Oh, I made a different trade. Okay. Yeah. So I gotta fix them here. I made a little trade deal here. Okay, so yeah, I'll have him keep that pick here. Okay, so you know what? I think they're gonna take out a limb here, and they're gonna go Travarius Hodges Tomlinson, cornerback out of TCU. They need cornerback help. They just there with that selection. But with the 65th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft year, the Houston Texans will select B.J. Alozier, the edge rusher out of LSU. They get themselves a nice edge rusher here, and he should help immensely. And with the 66th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the Arizona Cardinals will select Isaiah Foskey, the edge rusher out of Notre Dame. Once again, need defensive line help. Gets it right there. With the 67th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft here, the Denver Broncos will select Derek Hall, edge rusher, Auburn. And once again here, of course, they need D-line help, and they're going to address it here with their next selection too here. With the 68th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Gravon Dexter, defensive lineman, Florida. They need the D-line help addressed right there. And with the 69th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Zach Harrison, edge rusher, Ohio State. They need youth at the edge rushing position. Zach Harrison should be a perfect fit for them there with that selection. And with the 70th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders will select Darius Russ, cornerback, South Carolina. And with the 74th overall pick here, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will select Tucker Kraft, tight end. Wait. Oh, this is a trade with New Orleans. Okay. Well, they're taking Tucker Kraft anyway. That's the thing. They need tight end help anyway, so they get Tucker Kraft. With the 72nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Marvin Mims, wide receiver, Oklahoma. They need some more wide receivers to help them out with the youth. And, of course, right there, I think he helps with the youth movement now in a nice and young offense and gives C.J. Stroud a nice weapon in Tennessee here. With a 73rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Nathaniel Dell, wide receiver, Houston. Once again, they're building up some nice wide receiver cores in Houston as well as some of these later picks here. But with the 74th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, and with their first selection, the Cleveland Browns select Deion Henley, a linebacker, Washington State. Linebacker's been an issue for them on defense for a while. They addressed right here with that selection. And with the 75th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Tyler Scott, wide receiver, Cincinnati. Once again, building up a young offensive core. This guy, Tyler Scott here, should help immensely for Atlanta. And with the 76th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots will select Jordan Battle, safety, Alabama. They need safety help. They address it right here. And with the 77th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams will select Sidney Brown, safety, Illinois. They need help at safety as well, especially in the secondary. Sidney Brown will help immensely for LA at that selection. With the 70th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers will select Jartavius Martin, safety, Illinois. Once again, they need safeties right there. They address for that selection right there. And with the 79th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Jonathan Mingo, wide receiver, Ole Miss. With their selection, they need wide receiver help. Right there, it's addressed. And with the 80th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Luke Weippler, interior offensive lineman, Ohio State. They've been looking at interior offensive linemen, specifically at the center position. That's where Weippler plays, and he plays it insanely well. kind of amazed that he falls this far, but this is some very great tackle prospects that he's being overlooked by, but that's really going to go right there. And with the 84th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions are going to pull a little bit of a sharkle heel, and they're going to take a guy probably a little too high heel, but they like their guy, and they will do it. Noah Sewell, the linebacker out of Oregon. The Sewell brothers are reunited, and it feels so good. And at the 82nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select David Arkanane, the running back out of Texas A&M. Massive hold running back for the Buccaneers. You dressed right there with that selection. And at the 83rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Henry To'oTo'o, the linebacker out of Alabama. They need help there at that position. They want to get some youth there to develop behind Bobby Wagner. He is the perfect fit there, I think. To'oTo'o is the perfect fit there for Seattle, and another great move by them in this mock draft. But with the 84th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Garrett Williams, cornerback, Syracuse. Once again, they need cornerback help. They address it there with that selection. But with the 85th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select DeHoss Spears, running back, Tulane. Without Sneckler possibly getting traded and wanting to leave here, Spears is a perfect selection to have as a guy to develop behind him, and I think Spears does have definite talent to turn into something at the NFL level. But with the 86th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens will select Zach Pickens, defensive lineman, South Carolina. They need help after, of course, losing Calais Campbell, big force on the defensive line. Zach Pickens hopefully will be drafted with the hope that he can help somewhat fill that void there left by Calais Campbell. But for the 87th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Byron Young, edge rusher of Tennessee. They need help on defense, specifically at the edge rushing position. Byron Young should, of course, fit that for them at the spot. With the 88th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Blake Freeland, offensive tackle, BYU. And with the 89th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select J.L. Skinner, safety, Boise State. And with the 90th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Rashawn Johnson, running back, Texas. A lot of good potential in this guy. He's been stuck behind Bijan Robinson, but they are both very good, and this guy has the talent to back that claim up. But with the 91st overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Nick Holborg, linebacker, Wisconsin. They address a linebacker need right there for that selection. And with the 92nd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Tank Bigsby, running back, Auburn. And with the 93rd overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Rasheed Reese, wide receiver, SMU. And with the 94th overall pick here on the 2023 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Phillies. Not Phillies, Eagles. Select Jalen Duncan, offensive tackle, Maryland. You see what happens when you do all these picks consecutively? Like, you get all a little tied up because you keep saying the same stuff. And then you mix out the baseball team in Philly with the football team in Philly. Yeah, good times. The 95th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs, not the Royals, select Tyler Steen, offensive tackle, Alabama. And with the 96th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Chandler Zavala, interior offensive lineman, NC State. And with the 97th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins will select Dorian Williams, linebacker, Tulane, with their selection here. And with the 98th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns will select A.T. Perry, wide receiver, Wake Forest. And with the 99th overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, The San Francisco 49ers will select Jair Brown, safety, Penn State. With the 100th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders will select Andre Carter II, edge rusher, Army. With the 3rd overall pick in the 101st overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers will select Riley Moss, quarterback, Iowa. And with the 102nd pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers will select Carl Brooks, defensive lineman, Bowling Green. And with the 103rd and the final pick here on our mock draft here, the Detroit Lions, who I mixed up a pick here with the Chicago Bears. So I'm going to give Detroit the guy they were supposed to get at 64 here, not Tre'Velius Tomlinson. They will select Tyreek Stevenson, the cornerback out of Miami, Florida. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this mock draft. I hope you guys are excited for the draft that's coming up now officially today here. A lot of excitement in the air, a lot of instant things that will happen. So yeah, it's going to be fun to watch, and I can't wait. If you guys like this video, please comment, like, and subscribe. And tune in for more. If you want to see a different mock draft, I have 4 other ones already done. I got a playlist and stuff. If you wanted to see how the progression has gone, or see like what all the possible picks your team can pick, check out those mock drafts. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great day.